All right, everybody, I know how you can run as many hours as you want on an ELD, and you don't have to take a 10-hour break. The only thing you actually have to do is take a 30-minute break now and then. Here's how it's done, and here's the company I learned this from. So here's how you can beat the ELD and never have to take a break except a 30-minute break now and then. It was actually proven by Triton Logistics, apparently. What you have to do is have a fake co-driver. That's right, just a fake co-driver. And if you ever get pulled over, you just dropped them off. Yeah. So, here's how that worked. First, let me tell you how I feel about ELDs. You know, I've been driving 22 years. You know what? I've been saying 22 years for a while. I've been driving 23 years now. And I did all the logbook tricks back in the day, you know, run straight through from Florida, things like that. I remember always being worn out during the week. You know, you might take a nap for 4 hours or something. Here's how I feel about ELDs. At first, they really sucked. They did change the rules then to where they stopped the 14-hour clock. Gotta know how to do it, gotta know how to split break. I actually love it now. When I'm done, when I go to bed, I know I'm gonna have 10 hours off. Some people abuse personal conveyance, things like that. But here's a company that really, really changed everything. Makes you wonder how many other companies are doing it, because this is a pretty big company. So, Triton Logistics out of Romeoville, Illinois, apparently uses fake drivers. Now, this was said by a few of their drivers. So here's what happened. On December 16th of 2022, a truck operated by Daniel Kramer of Triton Logistics rear-ended a party bus on I-64 in Virginia. It was going from, I believe it was going from Norfolk back to Richmond. It was a party bus. It was a whole bunch of friends were out celebrating a music career of Xavier Evans. And yeah, what a shame. So the bus gets rear-ended by a Triton truck, driven by Daniel Kramer. Gets rear-ended, pushed off the road. 8 people were injured, 3 people were killed, including Montia, or Tia Bowie, I believe, B-O-U-I-E, and brothers John Tay Russell and Xavier Evans, who they were out celebrating his career. Or I guess his career was taking off. So, it was rear-ended. Apparently the bus was moving slow. The truck said he never saw any tail lights at all, but video cameras showed that the tail lights were working and shining bright. The weird thing is that Daniel Kramer had just started his shift. In fact, he had just dropped off his co-driver, Dwayne Sykes, right before he started his shift. Well, here's the problem. Dwayne Sykes didn't work for Triton anymore. He hadn't worked there for 8 days. He had quit there 8 days before that. Not only that, Dwayne Sykes never had a co-driver and had no clue who Daniel Kramer is. In fact, one of the reasons Dwayne Sykes left was because of this deceptive behavior that they did towards drivers. When they're done, they were supposed to call a number and it would all get fixed. He says backdate in a way. So, Daniel Kramer lied to the police and said that that was what the company had told him to say, that he just dropped off his driver, his co-driver. Now, how did he make this happen? How do companies do this? I know people involved in companies that say that you actually can't change the logs. He didn't put that co-driver in there. They actually had a call center in Lithuania that when they would call Triton and say that he was out of hours, they would call Lithuania, who would then adjust the logs, the ELD logs. They would adjust them so that it would show that he had a co-driver that had just gotten dropped off. Basically, he finished his 10 hours. They go back and adjust, say, oh no, Dwayne Sykes was doing that. And they have all the driver information, even though he doesn't drive for the company anymore. Dwayne Sykes actually was called that night, the night of December 16th, 2022, because they thought he was ejected from the truck. They couldn't find him. Then when they found out the whole story, they had to confirm the story. Guess what? Wasn't true. And why would Dwayne Sykes go down for a company that he already left for deceptive behavior? This whole thing is just crazy, and I actually didn't realize that this was going on, especially not with companies as big as Triton Logistics. I actually have my computer up here. I'm actually going to see how many drivers it says that. Well, I don't know. Is that even right? How many drivers could they have? It says that they have 270 power units and 276 drivers. I've seen their trucks around before. Yeah. Let me see if I can find any. No. Anyway, can't find that. But yeah. So that's what they say. I don't know. Who knows how many they actually have, and you know how this is working, and how many other trucking companies in the United States are using this company from Lithuania. Quite frankly, drivers, if you are working for a company that's doing something like this, yeah, you need to leave, okay? Because this accident is Daniel Kramer's fault. I hope Triton Logistics gets put out of business for it, but it is Daniel Kramer's fault because he did it, right? Whether he was forced to do it or not. You know, they say there's a driver shortage out there right now. You know, guys can find jobs. This is Daniel Kramer's fault, unfortunately. Being coerced, everything else, I hope everybody pays, but he's going to pay dearly, because there's no way they're going to be able to say it wasn't his fault or that it was the company's fault, even though they do have blame. Here's another thing, guys. If you are working with a company that keeps pre-ELD trucks, all right, I don't hate you for it. I don't hate the guys doing it. But here's something you have to know. All right, you're talking to another guy. He's got a pre-99 truck. He's going down, hey, how you doing? You know, oh, no, they can't get me. No, they can't get me. I got no tracking on this truck at all. The truck is being tracked. They're all being tracked. All right, you cannot not be tracked in a truck. Okay? Or any vehicle. Here's the fact. As long as you have an electronic engine, which means that your truck was made halfway through the 90s on up, you're being tracked on that. Or the truck's being tracked. The truck can tell the truth. Your cell phone is the #1 indicator that can tell the truth. Okay, here's the other thing. Unless you never, ever, ever use a toll booth or go past a traffic cam, you can be caught. There's no way to not go past a traffic cam. They're everywhere now. And if they want to find you, they will. So all you're doing is taking a chance. Somebody pulls out in front of you. Somebody pulls out in front of you and you hit that person. All right, their fault, and you kill them. And they found out you falsified logs through traffic cams, through your cell phone, through reading your engine. They know when the truck's moving and when it's not. I can tell you the last, well, if I got into the computer, I can tell you. Guys, it's not worth it anymore. We have the ELDs. Most of the world is used to it now. I understand if you hate the ELDs and still want to use logbooks, but please don't think that you're not being tracked. And again, if you work for a company that's doing things like what Triton did, I didn't know it was still out there. I've been with Landstar for a long time. Pretty much, I mean, I started running e-logs with Landstar. Didn't run them with anywhere else, and they're super strict about, you know, everything with their policies. So I don't think I knew that other companies were doing this, but it really scares me to think that they are, and that this deceptive stuff is still going on. So guys, be safe. Take care of yourself. It doesn't matter what your company says. It doesn't matter what anybody says, because Daniel Kramer is going to do some time in jail. And I can't see how it's not his fault. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to get this out there. I was kind of shocked when I heard this, and just wanted to put this out there as far as, again, something that I didn't know goes on right now. I thought with ELDs there was no way to fix them or change them. Not fix them. That's not fixing. That's just changing and being deceptive. And people are dead, including apparently a upcoming artist and his brother and their friend Tia, and 8 other people were injured. So guys, be safe out there. You know, if you found this video informative, I'm not going to say if you like this video, because it's hard to like this video, but if you found this video informative, like, subscribe, comment below. Quite frankly, if you work for one of them companies and you want to email me and tell me that this is going on, go ahead, I'll report them. I'll keep your name out of it and I'll report them, because this shouldn't go on. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the next one.